Exploring the concept of NPCs in society by Mr. Dubé. The concept of NPCs, or non-playable characters, originates in video games, where these characters act as background figures with preset routines, lacking agency or influence in the game's storyline. Recently, the term NPC has entered discussions of human consciousness and free will, raising questions about whether such NPCs exist in real life. These hypothetical, real-life NPCs are often described as people who lack independent thought and act in ways scripted by external influences, without conscious, self-guided purpose. Exploring this idea takes us through psychological, philosophical, and occult perspectives, which sometimes portray NPCs as soulless entities used by dark forces to prevent seekers from fulfilling their purpose. While skeptics argue the NPC theory borders on pseudoscience, others find it aligns with personal observations and ancient wisdom. Gurdjieff, a 20th century spiritual teacher, described the sleeping man or mechanical man, individuals who, in his view, live unconsciously, moving through life robotically rather than fully alive. These individuals lack inner unity and self-awareness, living by conditioned patterns without autonomy. Many today use NPCs similarly, suggesting some people operate without inner awareness, their lives governed by social pressures rather than genuine self-reflection or purpose. Gurdjieff stated, "Most people are not really individuals. They are in essence asleep," emphasizing that few achieve true wakefulness. Some proponents believe certain people exist only to fill roles in the background of life, manipulated by social, cultural, or metaphysical forces. In occult perspectives, NPCs may be seen as soulless beings. Occultist thinkers like Rudolf Steiner wrote about Luciferic and Ahrimanic forces, malevolent influences thought to manipulate human consciousness, binding people to material desires and distracting them from spiritual evolution. In this view, some lack the spiritual drive or soul needed to resist these forces, making them conduits for energies misaligned with true consciousness or purpose. An extreme occult perspective posits NPCs are bodies without true souls, easily controlled by darker energies. NPCs in this framework serve as distractions, filling space and energy in ways that prevent conscious individuals from reaching their full potential. They maintain the status quo not by malice but by unconsciously perpetuating mainstream values as mystic manly P. Hall noted, "To live without a purpose is to be lost in the game of life." For occultists, purpose is crucial, and NPCs are thought to divert those with genuine purpose, drawing them into superficial engagements that drain energy and hinder growth. This view underscores the importance of distinguishing between real players and NPCs to conserve energy. Real players, engaged in personal and spiritual growth, pursue goals aligned with their true selves, offering depth, connection, and mutual support. NPCs lacking conscious intentionality cannot reciprocate this depth. Investing time and energy in those seen as NPCs can deplete one's mental, emotional, and spiritual resources, as these individuals are unlikely to support or encourage meaningful growth. Thus, discerning genuine versus superficial relationships becomes an issue of energetic survival. Carl Jung's work on the shadow in psychology adds insight here. Jung described unconscious aspects of the psyche that most people leave unexplored. Individuals who never confront these tendencies remain driven by instinct, culture, and other external forces, rather than conscious choice. Such people, akin to NPCs, live and act almost automatically, not from conscious decision but programmed behaviors. Jung asserted, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate," highlighting the power of unconscious conditioning. From an occult standpoint, NPCs may serve to test the resolve of those pursuing conscious evolution. Their distractions provide resistance, which strengthens the determination of real players to stay on their path. Learning to avoid these distractions becomes a skill necessary to prevent one from straying from their mission. In a world filled with scripted roles and societal conditioning, distinguishing between NPCs and conscious players is vital for personal and spiritual evolution. Ultimately, the NPC concept reminds us to focus on genuine connections, pursuits, and relationships. By aligning with people dedicated to self-awareness and growth, one avoids the traps of trivial concerns and superficial connections. In the game of life, finding those who actively engage with awareness and purpose becomes essential for achieving fulfillment and avoiding distractions that can lead us astray.